Welcome back. I'm Victor Blackwell. Republican frontrunner Donald Trump will be a no-show at an annual gathering of conservative voters and activists near Washington today. In a statement, the Trump campaign says that Trump will hold rallies in Kansas and Florida instead of making that planned speech at CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference. Let me bring in CNN political commentator Jeffrey Lord. He's also a Donald Trump supporter, with Matt Schlapp. He's the chairman of the American Conservative Union, which hosts CPAC. Good to have both of you with me this morning.
Morning, Victor. Matt?
Great to be with you, Victor.
Hey, Matt, I want to start with you. Your group released a statement after the announcement that Donald Trump would not be attending CPAC this weekend. And in it, you said that his decision sends a clear message to grassroots. From your perspective, what is that message sent?
The message is that he didn't want to come here to CPAC, the place where Reagan came 13 times, the place where Reagan started his campaign to the presidency, the place where Reagan gave his very first public address after he won that consequential election in 1980. Conservatives come here from around the country, Victor, because not everybody lives in New Hampshire or Iowa or South Carolina or one of these early states. So conservatives come from all over the country, including other states, and this is their chance to get an up-close, intimate look at these candidates. And I think it was a big mistake for Donald Trump not to be here. He should have been open to our format. He should have been open to answering the questions. You don't ever always get to dictate things when you're a candidate. Sometimes you just have to come and follow the same rules all the other candidates are following. I think that this is a political whiff, and I think it was a mistake.
Matt, did the Trump campaign tell you specifically why Donald Trump was not going to appear?
Yeah, they didn't like the format. They wanted to be able to change the format. They didn't want to follow the same rules that all the other candidates had followed. And look, we had gone after Marco Rubio pretty sharply, and Marco Rubio listened, and Marco Rubio respectfully said he wanted to be at CPAC and follow our format. And it wouldn't be fair then to change the rules for somebody else. So we're going to use this. We're neutral in this presidential race. We haven't picked a candidate, but all the candidates have to follow the rules. They did not want to follow those rules. And so they can say that they decided to go somewhere else. The fact is, we weren't going to let them come here with a new set of rules.
All right, Jeffrey, you heard there Matt say that 13 times Ronald Reagan appeared before CPAC. You compare Donald Trump to Ronald Reagan every day. So do you expect that this was the right or wrong decision for Donald Trump?
Well, first of all, let me say to Matt, I love CPAC. I spoke at CPAC a couple years ago. I'm really sorry I can't be there this weekend. It has nothing to do with not wanting to go to CPAC, I assure you. You know, look, this is a presidential campaign
Hey, Jeffrey,
season.
we're going to want you back, okay?
Well, yep, don't worry about me, Matt. CPAC is fabulous. You can go either without me. I don't worry about that. My only point here is that, yeah, I take Matt's point. I really do. I understand. I do think that there's also, you've got these active caucuses and primaries going on. And just from a practical sense, I think that some campaigns, you know, in addition to what Matt has said, may want to just get out there and be with the voters who are about to cast ballots. You know, the pressure is on now. We're coming into, you know, primaries and caucuses today and on the 15th, et cetera. So I can understand why
but
they
Donald
might not
Trump could have done both, right, Jeffrey? I mean, Ted Cruz was there yesterday. He'll be out with voters and caucus goers today. Rubio will be there later this morning.
Victor, it's purely a subjective assessment on the part of a campaign. I mean, some people would do it, some people would not. The Trump people decided for whatever reason not to do it. There you go.
Hey, Matt, let me come back to you. There are some
other, yeah. Victor, let me just say real quickly,
let me just come to you with this, and maybe you can add this in the. We saw the schedule that Kasich, Cruz, Rubio, even the former candidate, Ben Carson, there yesterday. But there are some activists who question why Donald Trump was invited in the first place. And it would not have been unprecedented for CPAC to skip an invitation. Senator John McCain was not invited in 2009 after losing in the general in 2008. Chris Christie not invited in 2013. The former chairman, Al Cardenas, saying then that Christie did not earn it that year. So to the people who say, well, Donald Trump should not have received a CPAC invitation this year anyway, you say what to those people?
I just think they're wrong. I think that conservatives are open to hearing from all the people that want to inherit the Reagan mantle, that want to speak for conservatives and fight for the Republican nomination. Donald Trump might get this Republican nomination. I actually would think it's likely he's going to get it. I'm not hostile to that idea, but he ought to come here and pay respect to these activists. And so I disagree with conservatives who have said, and other Republicans who have said, we shouldn't have ever invited him to begin with. That's going to make our movement smaller, not bigger. We're open to people coming and joining the conservative movement. We've been having debates on stage about the future of marriage, religious freedom, immigration. We're putting our differences on the stage. All the cameras are there. We're doing it in the open. It should be the same thing in this presidential contest, which is why Donald Trump should come here. It's okay. Yeah, he'll get some boos. He's going to take some tough questions. The guy can handle that stuff. It was a mistake to think that he couldn't come here and take that kind of treatment.
All right, Matt Schlapp there from CPAC in National Harbor, Maryland, a beautiful part of my home state. Matt, thank you so much. Jeffrey Lord, always good to talk to you.
Thanks, Victor. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks.